welcome to the Slingshot Channel. Fidget spinners are very popular, and my last video where I built a shooter for these was also quite popular. And therefore I thought I'd try to make those more badass. Now if you decide to load these into a powerful slingshot crossbow like this one here and shoot with them, it is badass, kind of badass, but not badass enough for this channel. I already said it is possible to attach scalpel blades to one of these and make it dangerous, but then I thought about it and I thought scalpel blades is not the right thing for this, because this is rotational and therefore like a sharp point is useless. I decided to look at circular blades as used for rotational cutters. Like one of these that we use to cut the rubber for slingshot bands. It's super sharp, super thin, and just the right size. So I bought myself a few of those. You can buy them as spares, like sets of 5. And now we have to design a fidget spinner that works with them. So I did some painting and did some sketches and finally arrived at the final design. And then I started to saw it out of the 6mm aluminum board. Then I really made sure that the bearing would fit precisely in it and glued the bearing into the hole in the middle. And then I had to make the middle part where you hold the fidget spinner later on. And I did this on the lathe. So I turned 2 halves just from a solid aluminum rod. And then I made sure that it precisely matches the bearing so that the bearing would rotate freely. Then I assembled everything, attached the rotational blades and also the centerpiece. So here is the fidget spinner that makes you fidgety. Let me show you its features. As you see, it has these rotational blades attached to its end, and it has this specifically made centerpiece that allows you to hold it like this, just like a regular spinner. And it has the ceramics bearing, so it's spinning very freely. And of course it has great cutting abilities. It's of course already dangerous to just hold it because it's so sharp. These blades are really super sharp. Let me show you how sharp. Paper cutting tests are really good for the sharpness of a blade. Now let's try to cut into it. Okay. Let's see if I can shave some hairs off my arm. Sure can. Wow. If you hold this thing, you know, you are aware of the danger that you're holding in your hand. And then I found the best way to accelerate them is to put your finger up here, so it's not in contact with the edge, and then start spinning. And you see there is not a lot of room between my webbing between the thumb and index finger and these blades. And in fact I already cut myself with that. So it is fun to play with them. Like this. Sharp. Of course, now you're asking yourself, will Jörg be brave enough to test this with a compressor, so bring it up to very high speed? Well, this is the Slingshot Channel, and you know what, we are not here at the Slingshot Channel. We are certainly no pussies here. But don't do this at home, because it is very dangerous. So if you're not working for the Slingshot Channel, don't make a thing like this and don't play with it. Now let's see. Let's do a little test. Okay. Woo! Whoa! You can also decelerate it with the compressor. And now I guess I have to design a weapon that allows me to spin it up with the compressor and then fire it. Well, I may do it. And I hope that YouTube won't demonetize all these videos. So does this make any sense? Well, these are designed to focus your attention, and if you play with this, believe me, you will focus on it. Otherwise you'll bleed. I do know that these are used to treat ADHD and also autism, but I think they are now also good in this form against the borderline disorder, because these people love cutting themselves so much, and this actually fulfills the purpose for them as well. I was just kidding. Poor guys that suffer from it definitely shouldn't cut themselves. I hope you like this, because that's it for today. Thanks and bye-bye.